Like, wow. I thought I was going to use this YouTube channel for just animation, but I just saw two live action things today that I want to talk about. Like, oh my. Let's see, the first one, the thing I saw this morning, was the show Superstore. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's hilarious. It's so dark and so smart and just, so sour, but also like not too cruel, just more of just awkward and not the painful awkward or no, it's just not a painful awkward. It's a good kind of awkward. It's got like the little moments of life, kind of good funny. So yeah, it's a great show. It's on its second season. Tonight was the season finale, and I hear it's getting a third season. Yay. And oh my god, like spoiler alert, the main like the story of how this big season finale goes is, the beginning half of it is about Glenn, the incredibly sweet and goofy, basically like a giant Mickey Mouse boss of theirs, of, the big Walmart, like Cloud9 Superstore. He has the responsibility of having to fire about 6 people because corporate told him to, and he just loves his employees so blindly and so much big affection for all these people that he cannot bear to name any of them. And it's ridiculous, like his assistant manager Amy tries to help him by saying, okay, list these people 1 to 10, and he's like, no, after like everybody's like, that person's a 42. 1 out of 10 is a 42. Like, he doesn't want to list anybody. It's like, oh, unlike Michael Scott, who, would try to beg for these people's love, he doesn't want to beg for these loves, he just does, without expecting much else in return. In fact, he is incredibly underloved, but is so oblivious to notice it, and goes on anyway. It's sweet and sad. But yeah, right when he says like 6 people, and by the way, there are people in the list that I really won't miss. Like, one is this obnoxious dude who I think is a spoof on Trump, like, works in the warehouse. I'm happy he'll be gone. He's not funny. Like, if you like hating somebody, he's there, but he's really annoying, so I won't miss him. He's got this annoying little mouth. Let's see. Oh, and this blonde chick who, is always laughing. Ha, I did something bad. Give me attention. Yeah, poor kid. No. So yeah, I have the great moment of, I don't know if it's irony or genius, but oh, as soon as he announces the 6 people he fires, there's a huge tornado warning, and it's like, oh my god, everyone has to stay in the building! And it's like, oh, that's awkward. But no, this episode actually scares me because the characters are all terrified. It's not just the whole, okay, some of these people got in like little discontent, like little arguments and tiffs earlier in the day and, continued issues, normal people stuff. But to see them all when the storm actually hits, and the storm hits, damn it, it hits! Oh god, like rip stuff off, things are flying everywhere, people are praying and hugging each other. And yeah, the big scene that the advertisements gave and all that was, the two will they or won't they couple get together, they kiss, and it annoys me a bit that they don't talk about it. I mean, in the woman's case, it's because, she's still married and she has a kid and she still puts her family first, and I think she's just scared to try anything new, which brings me back to Pam and Jim. Pam was just more of a scared person who had, barely started life, whereas Amy has been through life and she's just kind of in a rut. And Jonah's issue is where he's kind of just a nice, smart, dumb guy. Like he's incredibly educated, but kind of naive, so he doesn't know what to do except try to be nice through his teeth. And God, it's painful. But it's also kind of nice that, even though Jonah is like, oh, so overly privileged compared to the rest of the people that work there, he still just wants to be friends with everybody. Not to a desperate level like Glenn, but it's just more like, hey, you want to do something after work or something? It's like, oh, I get you. Yeah, so their big moment was they finally kissed. Yay! Thank God there's going to be a third season because I am sick and tired of waiting for that to happen. God, it was like 5 seasons of waiting for Bones and, Booth to talk about them getting together. And when they did, Bones actually had reasons for not wanting to get together because she, watch the show if you care. But yeah, and then they had to get together, I think, in Bone's situation because the actress was pregnant and they just worked in the script. I thought it was a giant leap to just satisfy people, not really good storytelling, but that's my issue. Superstore, on the other hand, really awesome storytelling. It's still new, it's fresh. It hasn't gotten to that level of where it's just throwing random stuff into people. No, the crazy thing that's happened actually makes sense. Sometimes they're just wild and wacky, but they make sense because people are stupid and stupidity leads to big things. And if done just right, patience and misunderstanding and just intolerance of understanding could make for such great laughs. So yeah, by the end of this episode, yeah, there's just a hole in the middle of the building. It's actually scary and sad. Like, oh my god, what are they gonna do? Like, are they gonna have to switch to another superstore? Or are they gonna have this awkward thing where they're like rebuilding the store and still trying to sell stuff? Because I've seen companies do that before in restaurants, and god, are they gonna do that? I mean, that's just a beautiful new set of issues, and goodness. Oh, there's also this thing where the adorably bitchy character Mateo, he called his ex-boyfriend in the middle of the storm saying he loves him, and this is after the hilarious previous episode where his ex is like, I hate you for dumping me out of the blue. I hate you. Not you, small child who he's talking to. I love you. I hate you. Like, that was just great. I rewound that part because it was so funny. And I always thought Glenn was so boring, but because he's so like a pancake face, when he delivers that line, it's so funny. It's like, you show a little bit of emotion. It's just the right amount of deadpan. It's so great. But yeah, Mateo says that he loves his love, and that's really nice. And now I was gonna have to bring up issues with him. It's like, he can't open up to people, and the main reason they broke up was he don't want to tell him about the whole immigration issue he has. So yeah, I like Mateo. I understand Mateo and his little ass-kissing qualities and his little, okay, let's try to outsmart everybody. He's more like Dwight to me than Dina is because he's more of an ass-kisser. I mean, Dina's more like a powerhouse that doesn't care and will punch the first person she wants to. Like, God, when she is mad, it is great. I mean, yes, the randomness of where the hell did she grow up in? Is she like the chick in the room or something where she lived off eggshells and all that jazz? Like, goodness, I don't understand how Dina came to be, but I love her confidence. So, I love you, Superstore. I love you. You're so funny and great, and you are like a miracle. Like, in all the boring, lame shows that have come out, you are a miracle. Thank you. Thank you. Thank Allah. Okay, and the second thing I saw tonight was I saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. And I wasn't completely disappointed, but it wasn't what I was expecting. I mean, I give credit to the first one because I thought it was really well written and also still very fun for like kids and teenagers and maybe nerdy adults. I thought it did really well, the first one. The second one, I think it was trying to gear more to kids with all its stupid poop jokes. And I thought it was taking a lot of cliches. It's like, oh, I finally met my father. He's not what I thought he was going to be. Yeah, I didn't love the telling in that one. Also, I liked when Drax, the big tattoo guy, I liked when he was more of the straight man instead of, the big literal guy who was trying to be funny. Honestly, my best moments, he's still my favorite character because his best moments were when he was trying to explain things to the cute mantis girl. It's like, oh, her big black eyes, she's so innocent. God, I have not ever seen that actress before. I looked her up, and apparently, I cannot pronounce her name, I'm sorry. It's ridiculous and funny. She's like French Korean. Well, her mom's Korean, but, live in France. And it's kind of cute how it's like, she's almost like Miraculous Ladybug, Asian mom, French dad, turned into a bug superhero. Cute. Anyway, she was a pretty adorable character, and oh my god, is she not like Star-Lord's sister? I mean, it was implied that his like godly father went around the galaxy humping everybody with a vagina or whatever and making babies, and if he picked her up from larva state, maybe she was one of the kids he, spoiler alert, didn't decide to eat because he appreciated her power, and that's why he kept her along, and that's why she's kind of naive, because he only told her what he had to. So, aww, you might have a sister. Kind of. I mean, or it could be that Karai thing of where, blood relative versus. Actually, no, they're both blood relatives. I don't know, it's kind of complicated, but I don't know, I feel like she probably is. They didn't talk about it, which is too bad because, I don't know, it'd be nice if there was a male-female relationship that wasn't sexual or angry. Just more of, okay, we're family. We're two adults. We gotta talk about stuff. Or we don't. We just gotta live with each other. I would like that. I would like that conversation very much. Let's see. Miss Zoe. Zoe Sandala, forgive me please for not saying that correctly, but yeah, that actress, she didn't have a lot to say in this movie. She did some action scenes still pretty well, but the strength I think from her is her eyes. They can be so cold and so warm, and her eyes are just like her main weapon, or like her main tool during acting, and it's a lovely performance, and I'm just so happy she gets work. Oh, she only does well, not only, but I've mostly seen her in sci-fi work. And I'm happy because I don't want to do some boring dramas where she's desperate for an Oscar. She probably has, and I haven't seen them. But yay, I love that she's constantly in sci-fi movies because she's so good at playing the action chick and also good at playing some emotion. Yeah, I like her. Let's see. Rocket still continues to be a little douche. I think he's an adorable genius raccoon. Goodness, all his little toys. And it brings me back to that Jimmy Neutron problem where, where does he get all these toys? Who taught him how to make this? How did he learn? Please tell me. I guess I could read the comics, but I don't want to read the comics because there's so much. And depending on, universes and alternate universes, who can keep up? Plus, it's not that important to me. Let's see. I don't like Baby Groot more than Adult Groot. Okay? I mean, yes, my heartstrings tugged when little baby Groot was being bullied, but honestly, I like big Groot being all innocent and childlike with his huge, Vin Diesel-like body, compared to little Groot who just has, these big brown teddy bear eyes. Yeah, I miss Big Groot. I think it's sweet that the team members show compassion by loving tiny Groot and are waiting for him to grow up. Or not waiting for him to grow up, or, loving him while he grows up. That's nice for them. But I miss their big innocent man-child. Oh, and Chris Pratt, Star-Lord dude, I think he disappointed me the most. I mean, I think Chris Pratt is fun. In the last movie, he talked a lot and he had a lot of funny moments. And it wasn't he was a sarcastic badass. It was just more of a, okay, say something in the situation and, his narration or his comments on it was funny. I remember the first one, he's like, Rocket, $6 million, and then you can blow stuff up. Just the way he said that was so funny. God, it's just his torture is funny. Seriously, in the first movie, he was tortured a lot, physically, and that was funny, how he reacted to it. It's no, you don't tell people you love you're gonna eat them. That's just messed up, dude. It's that's funny. It's his torture is funny. And this one, I don't know, he was having that daddy-son moment thing. It's where I finally found my dad, and his eyes are all big and sad, and I don't know, I just didn't find that as charming. Let's see, Blue Dude, I forget his name. He appealed to me more than he did the last one. I guess because he had more to do in this one than just chasing them around. He was actually, escaping from prison and dealing with some issues with his old buddies and old, comrades. But I gotta say, that scene where he gets his arrow back, after his first fin gets ripped out of his head, when he gets it back and he just kills everyone on board, that was my favorite 3 minutes. God, it was beautiful to see that red line just go everywhere, and he looks so cool just walking through while whistling. It was wonderful. That was my favorite scene of the whole movie. And let's see, Kurt Russell's his little, brain planet was very pretty. It's really pretty design. I feel like I'd use it as my screensaver now. It's very nice. Yeah, those are my immediate thoughts. Oh, what's her name? Sister? I'm kind of disappointed she didn't stay. I understand her reasons. She wants to get revenge on an abusive-ass dad. I get that, I do. I'm just a little sad that she didn't say, I'm gonna join you until we get close enough to where we think he is. Like, if she would have just, like, hung out for a bit, you know, been that person that hangs out in the shadow and doesn't want to talk to anybody. I mean, she kind of was for at least the funeral. But if she was like that during the other movie and she slowly was, like, warming up or just making little eye rolls and all that, I kind of wanted to be just part of the team, like, on the side, like, where everyone else is fighting. I wanted her to, like, walk around them and just, you know, kill the leader and become new queen. But no, she wants to be a solo missionary. Maybe not missionary, but she wants to go solo, and that's fine. They'll probably meet again. If they don't, I'd be sad. I don't know. I mean, there was one point where I think, like, a friend of mine next to me is like, ugh, it's so cliche that they portray chicks as fighting all the time. And I don't know, she has sisters, but apparently they're much older and domineering to her, whereas I have a sister closer to my age, and I fight with, like, all the time. Maybe that's a flaw in me, but other people I know who have sisters, like, close to their sisters, they do that. They argue, like, ridiculously. Yes, they say they love each other afterwards, and they do. I sincerely know I do. But yeah, women can be brutal when they are in a fighting mood. And yeah, I thought, I don't know, I could relate to that a little better. Let's see. Ooh, I'm really happy that Kirk from Gilmore Girls had such a big role in this movie. Like, honestly, my sister saw him, not at Comic-Con, but at, like, a bar he was in because he was, like, at some, like, mini, like convention in Louisiana. And she just happened to him on a bar, and yeah, she said, oh my god, you're Kirk from Gilmore Girls. And apparently he wasn't impressed by that, but she got a picture, so yeah, I'm happy he got such a bigger part in this movie, and he was charming in his own little quirky way. I should probably learn the actor's name to respect him better, but I'm happy for you. It's like you and Suki right now really making it. Alara's got some TV shows, but still, I'm really happy for you little guys. I mean, yeah. So, yeah, 2 live-action shows. I mean, Guardian of the Galaxy is kind of mixed with a lot of animation because I think like 75% of it is special effects. Like, I think Zoe's makeup, yeah, I think they actually painted that on her, or at least put some kind of plastic adhesives on her to keep her that way. I don't know about what's his name. Like, did they paint him like the Tin Man? I mean, it's been centuries since then, but seriously, how does he do it? Okay, now I'm gonna look this up. Now I'm a little curious. I kind of don't want to because I feel like it spoils the magic. Like, I'm fine believing these are real aliens that I get to see for 2 hours. Oh, speaking of which, even though the Dolby system is really cool and has a great wide system of it, there were like 20 trailers before I saw this movie, and it was annoying. Because I could not tell them apart between all the explosions and nonsense, and I'm reminded why I don't really dig action movies that much. God. So many dumb movies where things were just exploding. The one movie I think I'm most excited to see is Thor 3 or something. I don't know. Apparently it goes back to Asgard and it's taken over by the chick from Underworld, and now he's got this, I don't know, I think they're going for the 70s look because going back to the 70s really worked out for, you know, Guardians of the Galaxy. So they're giving them this like style, I don't know what that is, like pop or something? Not really pop like pop music, but like pop art where everything's just bright and kind of like whooshing at you. It's all like these bright neon colors. But anyway, like the next Thor movie looks really interesting. Mostly because it's Thor on a strange other world. It's not alien world. It's like this mythological god world of Old Norse mythology. Like, ah! And he has to battle the Hulk. And yes, like all the memes. God, they prepared me, but the actual moment of seeing it was great. God, oh God, I'm happy to see the Hulk. He's my buddy from work. Ah! It's like, aw, the genuine happiness he had to see his old friend. Aw. Ah, and seeing Selena just break Thor's hammer was also magical. God, at first I thought, oh my God, it's a crossover. Technically it's not, but apparently the chick is just really good at that one word. Yay! I'm so happy. So yeah, I really love Superstore. I recommend it to anybody. If you're a fan of superhero alien stuff, then go see Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't think it's as good as the first one, but go see it because it was still pretty interesting. And yeah, peace out. Subscribe.